Welcome back, everybody. So glad that you guys can join us today. Anyone on Facebook Live, hey, everybody. The Ori girls are back, and they're here for some troublemaking. I don't know, is it troublemaker, troublemaker? Which
Maybe a
one's
little bit of both.
little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
But anyway,
I don't
We
know.
complement each other.
Yeah, we complement the trouble making.
so it's Lori, though, on IG, and Tori White
Yeah.
on IG, and Platinum Physiques LV on IG. But you girls have been prepping for the Stephen Carr Classics.
She has been.
You're not doing it?
I don't.
You kind of.
I still have until September 1st until decide, but right now my health is just number one right now.
That's right.
Mhm.
How's that going?
It's going.
Yeah?
It's not so bad, but I feel like everything that I've been through, I need to give my immune system and my body a break right now before I want to go through that again.
Amen. You had a tattoo that I loved, and it was the infinity circle with like a ribbon. Is that a breast cancer ribbon?
Yeah.
I know. I'm all stalking her on her Instagram.
What?
Like this
No,
little
that's
tiny
not it.
cute. What
Yeah,
does it stand
it's
for?
little.
I love it.
My godmother passed away of breast cancer, and she's the reason my mom and dad met.
Can we give a heart? Because that is the cutest story ever. Give a heart.
Yeah, so when she passed, it was weird. She always said she wanted to get a tattoo of the breast cancer ribbon, and I told my mom that I wanted to do that too, and then
That's so cool.
she never was able to, and right after she passed, I decided to get one.
I love that.
Nice.
It's awesome.
There you go.
So we
There's your
wanted to
hearts.
invite you girls before we start talking about. Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, Trisha. You're the best. So before we start talking about competing a little bit, we wanted to invite them to a little invite we have tomorrow. Something super, super fun that everybody should come and hang out and watch. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock at Self-Made on Sunset. You guys know the address. I don't know the address offhand, but
4300 West Sunset Road.
see, there you
East
go.
Sunset Road.
East Sunset Road.
Yes.
It's Green Valley Parkway and Sunset. Self-Made training. I have 12 of my elite girls that are going to come. We're going to shoot some videos and do some photos, and
Yes.
it's for a women's elite training program that we're going to run from that particular facility.
Yes, self-made
cool.
training. I'm not sure if you girls have heard about it.
I have.
It's just for personal trainers.
Right.
Yeah, it's a trainer
Yeah.
client gym only. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls should stop by.
Yeah.
Just in case they're not busy enough
They're
with
the
their day,
elite
you know.
too, so.
Yeah, which they are
Well,
elite.
thank you for
I mean,
the invite.
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So both of these girls have their own YouTube channels. Please subscribe because they are broadcasting and filming their whole journey, just about life and working out, and they're really badass apparel that they promote. But other than that, I just love the fact that you girls are like best friends. You're like sisters. You're training
are.
Consider
her.
family for
Yeah.
sure.
I
For
just
sure.
love that. You don't see that a lot in the competing world. I mean, you see like, people of a team, but people who really kind of go out and just have their little tiny groups.
Right.
Because you guys don't really have any. Do you have any other competitors that your boyfriend trains that is going to do the Stephen Carr? Yeah. You want to give a shout out to him and all that stuff?
Yeah, so his name's Nate Soretich, and we actually just started a team because he's been working at LVAC, and I'm actually about to start training at LVAC again.
Cool.
So, if anyone's looking for a trainer. But we started a little team. It's called Cutting Edge Muscle. We have Lori. We have a girl, Amanda. We also have a physique guy named Skylar. I think he has another guy in the show as well. So we have a couple people together. So I'm going to be doing the posing and helping the girls get their bikinis and things like that.
Yes.
He does a lot of the diets for right now and training them. I train her. So we just have this little thing going, and it's really awesome.
I love that.
So
Ooh.
I can't wait for,
What is it? 10, 11 more weeks?
I've 13 weeks on
13,
Friday.
right?
Yeah?
Or
Okay.
tomorrow. Yeah, 13 weeks out
Oh my gosh,
tomorrow. And I've been
tomorrow's
doing
Friday.
a 16-week prep. So I'm about 30 days or so.
I
It was
love
a
the-
little more than
Oh.
16 weeks. So I'm about like 30
And if any of you are Lori
Super
fans,
Class
she
is
likes
12
Sour
weeks
Patch
out.
Kids, so go get her
12
some of
November
those when
3rd.
she's done competing.
I think it's
She likes
It's
donuts.
12 weeks Saturday.
Donut.
it's November 3rd.
Oh, it's 13 weeks.
13
Saturday.
weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
13 weeks Saturday.
13 weeks.
Sat-
You're
tomorrow.
like, don't
Yeah.
scare me.
She's like, oh my
I'm like,
God,
wait
I
a
hope
sec,
you're
I know I'm
okay.
13 weeks out.
No, yeah, you have 13 weeks.
13 weeks,
And
yeah.
2
So
days.
I started at almost 17 weeks.
Both of you girls have had an amazing winning streak. So if you want to kind of talk about how you let go on stage. You know, you're lining up, you're ready to go on stage, and then the moment they call your name. Tell me what kind of goes through your mind. a little
Honestly,
bit.
when I did, because last year was my first one,
Mhm.
I honestly don't even know how to explain how I let everything go because I was literally back there. I get a little bit of stage fright when everybody is staring at you.
I think who doesn't?
Yeah, you know, so that's natural. So I was literally like shaking. I like literally was jittery and I was like, I'm going to forget my posing. I'm going to forget everything. And right when it was my turn to walk out, everything kind of just, I told myself, just go out there and be confident. You got this. You got this. You worked so hard. You got this. You got this. And I went out there and literally everything fell out and I was just like, bah! Like I just, and I was not scared the entire time. I did 2 classes and was not scared after I took the first step.
And how did you place for both classes?
For my first show in open, I placed 4th,
Mhm.
and then in novice, I actually placed 1st.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Girl.
How's
that
it
was pretty
feel?
cool. It felt it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah?
It was amazing.
She actually just
Yeah.
said something I'm going to comment
Yeah.
on, okay? She said that I worked really hard. Here's the deal. When you step on stage, you have to do everything that you possibly can. You have to practice your posing, and you have to make sure that you're in shape, and you have a good coach. You know, he does an amazing job. You know, the proof's in the pudding, and I tell people this all the time. I have a great winning record, and there's some good coaches in town that train competitors. You got to look at the result of the client because that's the key. So whether you work with them or you work with Platinum Physiques, it really doesn't matter. It's about the result, and if they're putting out a good result and they're doing well, that is super important. I did want to mention that because he puts out a great. You know, you guys look amazing, and also the process of doing it. If you don't prepare. And you imagine if you didn't prepare or you didn't
Oh,
do your
boy.
diet right or you maybe didn't pose that much and then you were in that situation.
Yeah.
Because I have girls that do the same thing. They're literally like this backstage
Oh,
from
yeah.
their first
Yeah.
show.
Mhm.
And then they step out, but they practice so much. Just comes right
It
to
kind
it.
Right.
of just comes right
Just
to
go
it.
right
yeah.
to it and you're good, right?
Yep.
Tori,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How many wins have you gotten first place in?
3,
How did it feel?
yeah.
Like that was back to back to back.
Yeah, my first show I did novice and open, which if anyone is wanting to compete and it's their first show, I definitely recommend doing both. It just
Yes.
gets you more stage
Write that down.
time.
Do novice for sure.
Yes.
Do novice. Do
Yeah.
it.
That's like the open class. If you've never done that class before, I should have Michael explain it. But
Well, so there's the novice class, which is typically made for first-time competitors, or maybe they have never won a show. So they might have competed 5 or 6 times, but never actually won. Once they win, they're supposed to move on to the open. Some don't, but and then the open class. But what she was saying, a lot of times, you know, with a good competitor, you need to do both. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of times the novice class there's only 3 classes, and then the open there's 6 or 7. So you get a better placing in the open sometimes than you actually do in the novice because of the amount of girls. And also, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Nevada State shows now, including the Steve Carr Classic, has what's called a true novice, which is a very first-time competitor only.
Oh, wow.
Dang, so instead of
Uh-huh.
if you don't take first place in your show, then you can do novice.
If this is only
And
the very
now-
first time you ever stepped on
Dang.
stage, it's called true novice. Nevada
Wow.
State
Because
Because a
destroys
lot
it.
of people
That's
should be
awesome.
doing open, but they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do novice." So then sometimes novice is just overfilled with girls.
Uh-huh.
Right,
Right.
right.
Because they're afraid to do open, which
And that's why they did this. So
is
now
crazy.
it's a true novice, first-time competitor only. Once you've done one show, you can't do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the importance of practicing your posing, taking videos of yourself while you're doing your posing so you have homework to study, and a little bit about that.
I watched YouTube videos for hours,
Yeah.
weeks. But my first show, I should have started posing a little earlier than I did. But because I started posing so late, I wanted to get so comfortable. I just started posing every single day. And I mean, I would definitely recommend starting earlier And I just watched a lot of YouTube videos. You record yourself. I know it's weird. It is very weird.
Especially
But
watching
it
yourself.
helps.
And
It
it's,
helps so much. You can be like,
Yeah.
oh, I need to smile then, or I need to not look that way, or my fingers are looking funny. Like, you know, you can nitpick yourself.
Lori?
And as someone who competed once and had to go up on that stage once or twice in my show or whatever to pose,
Mhm.
I cannot tell you how important it is to get your posing down, because it's the tiniest little things that look off.
I'd say it's
And
harder
you're in
for
heels.
bikini in a
Yeah,
sense.
and you're in
We're in
heels,
heels.
and
Yeah.
it's painful. The first time that I had never posed before a day in my life before I did the show last year, and the first day that we started posing, and I was just trying to hit my front pose, my back was sore
Oh, yes.
for like a week.
A week.
It
Everyone
was
thinks,
so
oh, you're
sore.
just posing. It's like, no.
Oh no,
hurts.
you're
no.
twisted and
You start to
like
cramp.
you
It's like-
cramp. Yeah, my back was in
That's the
pain
worst
for
when
like
you're
a
on
week.
stage. Oh, but
you gotta
I just,
hold it wherever you're standing. You gotta hold it there.
yes.
When I
Suck it
teach
in.
posing, I actually tell the competitor, if it doesn't hurt, you're not doing it right.
Right,
You
that's
know?
very
And
true.
that's
That's
just
very
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
So I love that we're talking about these topics. Thank you guys so much for the hearts and the likes, and please share to anybody you know who's interested in competing. There's nothing better than being on stage. I feel after doing all your homework and your research and your diligent work, just believing in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A little thing we want to talk about is how to make a living as a bodybuilder. So let's say you've gotten into the gym and you love training and you've fallen in love with Michael Healy and the Healy method, and you want to continue, and you've done your first show and you've placed, and you feel like, or these girls, you know, you just fall into the lifestyle of working out and you love being around your friends and everything. How do you make a living out of it? How do you actually go from training to making it into a full-time career? So Michael Haley is a trainer, and Tori is a trainer as well. Lori and I, we are, you know, like, that's your trainer, that's my trainer.
Yep.
And so, you know, but again, it's like, how did you find your passion to make this a career?
Oh
We'll
my-
start with you, Tori.
When I started working out, I realized how, you know, strong and confident and sexy I felt when I would leave the gym. It would just give me such motivation, and I almost wanted to, you know, I don't know the word. I cannot think right now.
Empower.
Basically, yeah, motivate others to
Mm-hmm.
want to feel the same way, and give them that feeling of self-love. And you know, I just wanted to help others, so that's kind of why I started working at LVAC. And people tell me all the time I motivate them, and
That's
I
so
started
cool.
posting stuff on Instagram, and just slowly over time it became like my fitness Instagram instead of
Right.
well,
that's your life.
personal
General.
life.
Yeah.
It is my
Yeah.
life. It is my entire life, and I just love when people say I motivate them, and they,
That's so cool.
you know, everyone's gonna look different, so
Yep.
you just have to learn, you know, what people's strengths and weaknesses are, and everyone's gonna have them. Nobody's perfect, so
Everyone has a different journey,
Yeah.
and everyone has a different message they carry, and why they do it, the reason. So, Michael, what's your reason?
Well, same thing. You know, she hit it right on the head. The bottom line is that you know, Platinum Physique says over 80 people now, and I have about 48 competitors. And the reason why they're good at what they do, I'm good at what I do, but really it's about the heart.
Right,
I
right.
care. I really care about everybody, and the reason why we're big is because of my heart, and because I have other people that work with me that have a big heart to help people. The journey of fitness and building the confidence that you have in life is the key component to this, right? It just makes you feel so good about yourself, and you're confident, and other people see that, and then you're able to teach them that same confidence through fitness. And it's a great format to be able to do that. So I feel you. I know that's exactly why I do it too.
That's beautiful.
the hardest part is diet, though. That's what
Yes.
a lot of people don't
Yes.
Yeah.
understand. But I mean, I love pizza. I love cereal. I loved everything.
I
But
watch your IG stories when you're waiting for pizza and you're like, and pizza.
that was so funny.
I was like, oh,
I
look
still
good.
like. I mean, like she just said, I still eat it when I want.
Yeah.
But you know, my lifestyle and the way I feel is more important. Now, when
Right.
it's crazy when I have something to treat myself. My stomach almost gets upset, and then right away I want something healthy, something to make me feel good, give me energy.
Right.
It's insane that now I don't want that stuff all day long because it doesn't make me feel good.
Right. I think it's also the intentions we have around the food.
Consistency.
And the feelings
yeah.
we get and so forth. But another thing I want to touch up on a
Can
little
can
bit.
I want to say something. This is really important for the audience. Okay, here's the deal. When you eat bad, okay, or you're eating psychologically, which is what a lot of people do, when they eat the pizzas, when it makes them feel good, right? So then when you start to switch that over to where you're eating and the food that you're eating actually really makes you feel not mentally good, but mentally and physically good together, then you get to the point where she's at and I'm at, we're all at, where you still do eat those things, you know, but when you do, then you feel the opposite. And that's the key to success there, is that you want, you know, and once you start eating the bad food, you're like, ugh, I mentally feel bad and I
Right.
physically feel bad.
Right.
So I want to eat something healthy so that I can feel good again. It's the complete opposite
It's
of what you
crazy.
have trained yourself to do when you're eating for those emotional feelings of eating bad stuff. So anyway,
Right.
just want to cover that.
I mean, I
And
found
we want to say thank you to everybody watching us on Facebook. We're actually going to do a giveaway real quick. I have the guys from Self-Made Training, but before we bring them in, thank you girls for stopping by.
Of
Yes,
course.
thank you for having us
Yeah,
again.
you guys need to subscribe to their YouTube channel, follow them on IG, and you know, just be sure to watch the Stephen Carr because you're going to see Lori on stage, and as
I'm
well
coming
as
in strong.
that's right.
I want to compete so bad.
Oh,
Sorry,
you'll
every
have
day
your
I'm
ti-
just like,
I'm like, but think about it. We're in Vegas. How many shows come in Vegas that we're able to be like?
There's another one in January. or so- Oh no,
just
that's
love that
actually
show.
not here.
March.
March.
Samson.
Samson.
Showdown, and
Yeah,
then
in March.
and
Yes.
then the April show, which is right
And
after.
Yes.
we
the
want
one that
to.
you won.
Yes, thank you. We want to give a shout out to all of Team Platinum Physiques in the background. We have Annie and we have Carissa. We have Nikki. But again, I want to have you girls back on the show because I want to talk about brand ambassadorship,
Okay.
affiliate programs, how to be a sponsored athlete. I think we could really go off the charts and talk about that in long depths of time, you know, because I'm like, we're kind of cutting it tight here. But
I have a
thank
funny
you for
story
the-
for that
do
next
you?
time. Really funny story.
cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it. So I hope to have you girls back next
Absolutely.
month. You're going to be a little skinnier every time you come
I
in.
know.
I know, right? You're gonna be
I am.
like, less
Jeans
is
come
yes.
in.
Start to thin out a little
But
bit.
Remember, tighter. You're going to
Tighter.
take a lot.
Tighter,
Skinny
not
is not
skinny,
the
yeah,
right word.
tighter.
You're going to be tighter and more fit next
Yes.
time we see you.
I like the hearts. Yes,
Very
Trisha.
true.
And we want to say hi to your mini-me who came all the way down
Aw.
here. I see she didn't have her Play-Doh this time.
She had
But-
squishies.
Yes.
Squishies this time.
I also want to talk about being a mom and a bodybuilder on the next show with you girls.
That's a very
Yes,
good idea.
I would like to talk about that. That's a big topic.
Like a big topic about having kids, not having kids, if you're a mom, see what I mean? So
It's
It's a good
it's a
topic.
lot, so it's a
it's
very
a sticky
good
subject.
It is,
Yeah.
especially I'm a single mom, so
All right,
we'll
so
see.
actually we're going to take a really, really quick commercial break, like 30 seconds. Thank you, Trisha, for all the hearts. You're so sweet. Look at all those hearts.
Aw, yay.
And hey, Jen, someone told me it is worth eating to feel bad.
Nah.
Yeah, okay.
But we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to do a giveaway with Self-Made Training. Thank you, ladies. Give out your Instagram and your YouTube channels in case anyone wants to follow.
My YouTube is To Be Fit, and my Instagram is at TORI White, but there's 2 E's and then an underscore.
My YouTube is It's Lori Though, and it's the same as my Instagram at It's Lori Though.
Yay!
Cool.
And we have Michael's huge announcement when we get back, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Michelle Davis Fitness.
Yay.